What's up? Y'all want to open up some cards? Fine, I'm going to anyway. What's been going on? Hadn't opened up any cards on camera for a minute. Figured I'd go ahead and do it. I got this one just because I always liked this card. And for some reason, a lot of the Cassius Ono stuff, it looks like the logos are deleted. And this one was one that wasn't, so I had to get it. Yeah, it's a good one. For me. At least I'm not one of those guys that like starts a video and you just sit and stare at freaking envelopes for 20 minutes before they actually get to doing the thing. Like, man, get to it. And this is one that I've wanted for a while. It's got a Frank Thomas from Stadium Club. And his stuff's just really hard to come by, I found out. Just really picky about having certain cards that, you know, certain players that I want, and if it's not the right card, it's not the right one. And all the ones that of his that I've liked, a lot of people like too. So got a deal once. Like, man, had to make the Frank Thomas card happen. And don't you hate them guys do way too good a job wrapping? It's either way too good or not at all. Why is all this necessary? Come here. After a while, you get that. Jesus Christ, y'all. You get the ordered cards and waiting for stuff to come in, and sometimes it's like, man, I need to go ahead and open this stuff up before I forget what's even in here. Oh, it's gonna be worth the wait, I promise. At least if you're like me and grew up in the 90s and love this guy. This is another card that, oh, for Christ's sake. That did a lot of good. And I've always liked these cards. I think it's Upper Deck did these. It's called the Sweet Spot, where it's almost like a piece of the ball was signed, and this one was signed by Dennis Eckersley. And one of the reasons why I had to have this one is it's going to match a Dave Stewart that I have from the same set, and it is Upper Deck, by the way. So I always like these a ton, and for some reason a lot of his that he signed in this set are like really faded, and this was a good one, so I was like, man, be up with the Dennis man. Y'all remember when he struck out Richard Marks in that video? That's cool. Didn't happen that way, but that's the way I like to remember it. From the similar set of the Frank Thomas, I had to go with Chipper. And another reason why I had to get this one, because there's Chipper looking just totally excited to be here. But this is going to match several of the Braves that I have from this set from a few years ago. So that's another one too that's like, man, you know, the Chipper cards, at least around here, are pretty hard to come by, but there are definitely a lot more of them out there these days. Why does it always give me trouble? I think I need a new knife. This thing's getting wore out, but it's been a good soldier. I gotta keep it for a few more envelopes in there. Another one of those envelopes that some people just do way too good of a job with the bubble wrap. And it's another thing that guys do. I appreciate it. They're throwing these extra cards. It's like, man, I don't want to throw your trash away. Oh, it's a bull mess. Oh man. With the Winter Olympics going on, it always gets me thinking about old Olympians from back in the day and people that I was into, especially growing up here in Atlanta in '96. But Shannon Miller from the Don Russ or Panini Americana set from a few years ago. I got a good deal on that, so I couldn't pass it up. I had to get that one. And even though it's the Winter Olympics going on, it's the summer stuff more what I'm into, because there's so many of I guess some Phillies cards and some old Dodgers guys. Erosion. I don't know. It's just when it comes to most of the winter sports, it's like, yeah. First of all, I don't even know how some people could even think to do some of that stuff. But if you did, why would you? There's so many of those games in the winter, and I was like, man, that just looks like the dumbest time ever. See, that's my thoughts on the winter on the winter games. And this is another one that I didn't have a Quincy Carter card, so I had to get one. So I had to hook myself up with that. I can feel the excitement coming through the screen. Don't laugh at the stuff I like. Oh man, this is one that I had to get from back in the day. It's not an auto or anything, but it's a graded Michael Jordan Upper Deck card from the Macadonald set from back in the day. So I got a good deal on that. So I was like, why not? It's fun to go back and get graded versions of cards that I was hella into back in the day. Oh man, speaking of guys I was into back in the 90s, messing up my whole game, bruh. But nonetheless, this is a guy that Jesse Tuggle, by the way. But man, when I saw he was in this year's Panini football set, I had to get that one. So another one that I'm sure is exciting the crowd out there, but I don't care. It's who I like. If you're around here and you're not into Jesse Tuggle, then I don't think you're doing something wrong, bro. There's another really good wrap job, but I guess too much is better than not enough. You know what, this is the main event right here. I gotta save that. It's gonna be worth it, I promise, brothers. Oh man, this is a set that I've been trying to track down from WWE Women's Division from a few years ago. I've had Ruby and Sarah in my collection for the longest time, but I've been after Liv, and there was a guy on eBay that had all three of them together for basically the price of what one Liv will cost you. So I was like, man, hook me up, and brother did. So appreciate that. And with the Topps stuff going on, nobody knows what's going to happen. They've been doing these cool Sports Illustrated cover cards this past year, and that was the deal I made with myself, is all the Braves ones I got to get. And sure enough, I got behind and missed it on their website, but tracked down a Dale Murphy. So, got that going for me. Technically, there is a Eddie Matthews that they released, but I've already got that card. There's by other means I've got the a card version of the cover that they did from the old sports magazine. So that one I've passed on, but who knows, I might decide to go back and get it one of these days. How many envelopes are you going to use to wrap? Oh, here's another one that I just couldn't pass up with the, I just thought that was a cool Sami Zayn card. Just like, man, gotta have it. I'm always scared to cut into this stuff too hardcore. Gotta bring a little bit closer to my bad eyesight. And the reason why this one's worth the wait is whether it's the Allen and Ginter set, or I've been really getting into the Panini Americana set with some of the crazy celebrities that end up some of these sets. Is Fred Willard. So I had to get that one. It's dug that dude a lot. What happened? But one of the cards that I just kind of figured, well, I'll just never have one of those when this person came, and it's kind of good timing to get this card when it did, because they recently have come back. But it's another deal where it's not just enough to have a signature by somebody that's really popular. I want the card to look cool, and this is one of the coolest looking cards of Ronda Rousey, looking as only she can look. So glad to have that. Got a super good deal on it, and that's always the biggest part of the fun, is getting cool cards and it'd be a good deal. Man, I'll see y'all. Bye.